Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Sports. Today we're coming to you live from Studio A, where contestants will be playing table tennis and look to win this friendly exhibition. I am Anthony Santos, joined alongside Natalie Galbraith. Two players we have today are Ryan Harlan, who will be wearing blue, and Anthony Nuñez, who will be wearing red. Now, these two players have never met before, so this will surely be an exciting matchup where anything can happen.
We'll be playing a best-of-5 series, meaning a player must win 3 games. The winner of each game will be the first to score 11 points, winning by 2.
Now, players will alternate serves every 2 points, and will switch table sides each game. Players cannot hit the net on the serve. If they do, it will result in a point for the opposing player. However, it is okay for the ball to hit the net during a rally, as long as it goes over the opposing side.
Let's get to the game.
And we're off.
Anthony with the first serve.
So first serve, but Ryan gets the first point. Oh, no, excuse me. Anthony gets the first point of the game. So one thing to mention, if the ball goes over, if it doesn't hit the table at all, if it goes over, that's a point for the opposing player. So because it went over on Anthony's side, that's his point.
Yep, ball's got to touch the table.
But now it went over on Ryan's side, so it's 1-1 now. So one thing to point out is Anthony has played about over 400 matches and has owned about 3 table tennis tables. And Ryan's experience with table tennis is mostly just playing with friends. And the last time he played was in the dorms his freshman year.
And now he's a senior, so it's been a while.
So naturally, you think that maybe that'll come into play. That's a rally going between the two.
Yeah, and although we've got 2 players with very different experiences, the game's tied up so far, and this rally's going for quite a while.
Really good. Oh, strong rally there. Ryan tried to get a little hook shot. Score is now 3-1, Anthony. So one thing to point out is, notice how Ryan is just kind of like close. He starts close to the table, then backs up a little bit. And definitely it helps increase mobility on that aspect of it, for sure.
Yeah, I think his strategy has improved a little since warm-ups because he was
during warm-ups,
he was hugging the edge of the table there earlier.
Yeah, during warm-ups, both these players are kind of close to the table. I guess like playing for like short distances, but now that it's actual game time, they're going live and at it.
Giving themselves more space and getting some longer rallies here.
Yeah, it's crazy because if you watch like in the professionals, like they're like kind of like several feet from the table. They're like really, really far apart from the table.
Yeah, and we've still got a close game, 3-4 Anthony.
Score is now 5-3 Anthony. Now I want to point out that in terms of a game plan for these two, Anthony, both of them have no game plan per se. Anthony's game plan is just go out there and do the same old thing he's been doing, versus Ryan is just go out there and have fun. He's here for a good time. Score is now 6-3 for Anthony. Make that 7-3. Another point for Anthony. Hit Ryan up there in the chest. These rallies are getting better and better throughout the game as we go on.
And one more point for Anthony.
One more point
there.
for Anthony,
8-3 now.
That's another point. Even though it hit the side of the table, it hit Ryan in the chest and he kind of fell through. So it's 8-3, Anthony. So notice how Anthony has a paddle like at a downward angle, and Ryan has more like an upward angle.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that they've got different ways of playing this game, even though they're using the same hand.
Yeah. Another point for Anthony there. Scores on 9-3. Notice how Ryan's going for those little corner. That's another point for Anthony. But notice how Ryan's going for those corner shots. He's for the edge, like that. Those corner shots, like edge of the table shots. All right, that's game. That is Anthony wins by a score of 11-4. Just to recap. All right, Anthony wins first game of the series, 11-4. Game 2 coming up on KBVR. We'll be right back.
Is this thing even on?
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Trainwreck. The show is Derailed, the only show where a man blows a train whistle in your ears.
Hi, this is DJ Rock Lobster, and you're listening to Happy Hour. This is DJ Dolomite, and you're listening to The Subduction Zone.
Tune in to hear more at kbvrfm.orangemedianetwork.com or live on the air at 88.7.
Is hosting a table tennis singles tournament August 6th at 11 a.m. in the Dixon Lower Courts. This is free for students and rec sport members and will feature men's and women's tournaments. Register by August 5th at 2 p.m. To register, visit beeves/IMleagues. Welcome back to sports. We are back once again. To recap, Anthony won the first game by a score of 11-4. Kind of a dominating performance there on Anthony's behalf. We're about to start game 2. And we're
Players
off.
have switched sides of the tables. Ryan's first serve there.
Oh, yes, you forgot to mention. Yeah, I did forget to mention that. At the end of every game, players alternate sides.
And that first point went to Anthony.
Do you think that switching sides really matters, per se? Scores out 1-1. Ryan gets a point there.
I mean, you never know. Maybe someone's got a lucky side.
Yeah, it could be. It's like a luck of the draw.
So
Score.
we'll see if Ryan can make a comeback this game on the other side of the table.
Score is now 2-1, Anthony. Make that 3-1. So one thing about Ryan is really just good at getting those rallies going, but one thing about Anthony, so notice how he hits it on one side first, and then he switches it to the side, like that. So he starts hitting it to the right side. He keeps it there for a little bit, and then, like last minute, makes it the left point. Score is now 4-1. So these rallies are really, really impressive, but Ryan's hitting the ball over the table, which results in points for Anthony.
Except that one he hit a little too short there. Didn't make it over.
A little too short there. That's another point for Anthony. Score is now 5-1. So in terms of these two players as well, these players have some experience playing sports and being part of sports as well. So Anthony played soccer in high school, all 4 years of high school. And Ryan is a 4-time state qualifier for swim in high school, and the first person in his school history to do so. So both these players have at least some experience in like having a game plan, experience, coming into a competition. At least both these players have some experience on that end. New rally going. Oh, score is now 7-1, Anthony.
Ryan hits the net again. And although he has much less experience, he's doing really well in these rallies.
Yeah, it's really good. So notice how Ryan has switched his grips. He switched grips with this. He was holding it kind of like with all 3 fingers the paddle, and then he switched it to like with his thumbs. You might not be able to see it right now, but like that. See, so he switched grips.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of his game plan too, kind of just playing the part. As Anthony gets another point there. Another rally going here. So this game plan that Anthony has of going out there and doing the same old thing is really working per se. He's up 8-1, up by 7
yeah,
points.
he's sweeping the second game so far.
I think Ryan should be changing his game plan of as it hits in it right there. It's in the point for Anthony. He scores now 9-1. But hey, Ryan's here for a good time. That hit Ryan in the chest. That's a point for Anthony. Scores now 9-2. That is game. Anthony wins game 2 by a score of 11-1. A more dominating performance than the last one. Now he leads the series 2-0. He needs one more game to win. Game 3 coming up. We'll be right back on KBVR.
So I first heard about Oh Man through the radio program. My roommate was a DJ, and I hopped on his show a couple times, and that was infatuating, and I immediately fell in love with being able to play whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and coming in late at night and sharing my music with whoever was awake at that time was just so exciting and so liberating. Just the ability to explore and learn so many things from so many different mediums is really what benefited me and my experience here in media. Coming out of here, I definitely think I'm going to be looking at the world in a more professional lens. I definitely think that, working as part of a team and making things for other people is something that I've definitely taken out of being here and being on the creative video team especially. My name is Ziad Al-Kaulak. I'm a creative video consultant, a senior studio engineer, and a professional conspirator here at Orange Media Network.
All right, we go live in 5, 4.
Ready, camera 2. And wipe it.
Welcome to KBVR-TV. Come join our team.
Well, audio, man, it's in the air. It's the fluctuations that vibrate our ear holes and make the cochlea sensitive, you can't ignore it, and you try to start measuring it, and it just pulls you in. Well, I used to try to play music on my own, make the sounds from my own hands and instruments. Then I started recording. Upon hearing myself in my recordings, I decided I should just record. When you're a young adult who is serious about pursuing media as a career or even a side hustle, a lot of people won't take you seriously. OMN is cool because not only will they take you seriously, they'll push you and they'll give you all the tools to really try to do something special with it and let you be creative about it. And so that's what's been special about OMN to me. I'm Sam Lay, and I'm a student engineer at Orange Media Network.
All right, so welcome back to sports. We are back on the table tennis series. Anthony has won the first 2 games by a dominating score of 11-4 and 11-1. He needs one more game to win the entire series because it is a best-of-5 series. Anthony leads the series 2-0 right now.
Anthony's served first this game. And players are back on their original sides of the table.
The original sides. So that was a point for Anthony because it hit. Ryan tried to hit it, but to no avail.
And another point for Anthony.
So notice how Anthony kind of just like so soft taps. It's not those like hard aggressive rallies that kind of Ryan's going for. It's like those soft, gentle taps. And ultimately, that may be what is, I guess, causing this performance right now because Ryan. Notice how Ryan's hitting it more like aggressively per se.
Yeah, and then he overshoots.
Yeah, he overshoots. Yeah, and Anthony's hitting it more soft and like more calculated, more precise. Nice little tidbit right there.
Nice rally going here.
The overshot by Ryan.
One more overshot there, 4-0 Anthony.
So these rallies are really impressive, and what's crazy about these rallies is like it seems that Anthony's more of controlling the rally, and Ryan's responding to it. It's like controlled chaos per se. Score is now 5-0, Anthony. Oh, they hit the net and it goes over. That's how that rule comes into play. Oh, it's a no avail. So you notice Ryan hit the net, but the ball still went over. That counts. So that ball's still in play. But Anthony still got the point from there. Score is now 6-0, Anthony. That's a point for Anthony because the ball hit Ryan's side first. Score is now 7-0. Make that 8-0. Very dominant performance here by Anthony. Ryan hasn't scored a single point yet.
Yeah, Anthony's dominating this third game even more than the first two.
Because game 1, Ryan scored 4 points. Game 2, Ryan scored 1. He's yet to score a single point here. Scores out 10-0. This is game point. Could we see our first sweep of the series? Nice little rally there. And that's it. That's the game.
Anthony wins game 3.
Anthony wins game 3 by a score of 11-0. A dominant performance, which means Anthony wins the series. Post-game interview coming up on KBVR. We'll be right back.
Is this thing even on?
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Trainwreck. The show is derailed. The only show where a man blows a train whistle in your ears.
Hi, this is DJ Rock Lobster, and you're listening to Happy Hour.
This is DJ Dolomite, and you're listening to the Subduction Zone.
Tune in to hear more at kbvrfm.orangemedianetwork.com or live on the air at 88.7.
Located on your airwaves, outside your classrooms, and on the 4th floor of the Student Experience Center, Orange Media Network is home to Oregon State University's national award-winning student media organization. Hundreds of OSU students from all majors and experience levels create content and make content decisions for 7 media platforms, including a newspaper, 3 magazines, a radio station, a TV station, and online. OMN students strive to change the world by elevating diverse student voices, challenging views, and empowering the community to build a better world.
All right, welcome back to sports. For those of you just joining in, Anthony has won table tennis, the best of 5 series, 3-0. He won the first game 11-4, second game 11-1, and third game 11-0. Really dominant performance all throughout the entire game. But how would you say this game or this match was different than the others?
In terms of past games that I've played before?
Yeah, because you have about over 400 matches played. How would you say this game was different than the other ones?
Well, I started off playing ping pong with 2 friends of mine, and those 2 friends, they really brought out the competitiveness in me.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely a little bit more laid back here.
Yeah.
Because over there, we would just be going at it, and we want to beat each other. Like, we have that strong feeling just to beat each other. But right here, it was definitely more relaxing. I was able to just experiment with different types of game plan.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And then, so how would you say your play style shifted throughout the game? Because you started kind of like, I think all starts are kind of slow, and then you kind of gradually just got better throughout the game. So how would you say your play style kind of shifted as the series went on?
Just as I got more comfortable, I was trying more things because even though I played 400 matches, probably more than that, I haven't played in 5 years, so I just had to get used to it a little bit.
Like get back in the groove of things?
Yeah,
per se?
Because I try to like curve some shots and such, but if you're not warmed up, it's not going to be successful. So I didn't really want to do that, but maybe on the next games that come, I'll definitely try some more flair.
Well, yeah. Well, you had plenty of flair too. Like 11-4, 11-1, 11-0. Very dominating performances. That's one word to put it. But so obviously there's going to be a second series now to this game. And what's your game plan going into that?
It's probably going to be the same. As you said, I overheard when I was playing, I would be switching from one side to the other. I'm probably going to try to do that a little bit more to surprise Ryan.
Yeah, definitely,
and just make sure that it's competitive for him as well.
Okay, yeah. So kind of keep it honest, keep it fair.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to change too much, though.
Okay, just kind of be the same old style.
Same old style. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess Series 2 is going to start up in a little bit. This is on KBVR. We'll be right back.
I joined Orange Media Network as a freshman. It was my second week of being a freshman here, and I was looking for an opportunity to get involved in something on campus. And I had done a little bit of high school journalism, not a lot, but I came up here to the 4th floor. I saw the TV studios, I saw the radio booth, I saw all the computers, and I thought, this is super cool. This is something I want to get involved in. And I joined the barometer team as a freshman. I learned so many things that I would have never learned in a classroom. Not only did I learn how to do journalism, how to design a newspaper, how to produce a TV show, I learned skills on top of that are definitely going to help me in whatever I go do with my life. These past 4 years, OMN has meant to me to be a place where I can come and be myself, where I can come and challenge myself, push myself, learn and grow. It's a place where you come up here and you think you know who you are, you think you know the type of leader that you are, the type of person that you are, but you'll look back as a graduating senior 4 years later and think, wow, I am not the same person as I was when I stepped on this floor the very first time as a freshman. My name is Lauren Sless. I am the producer of Spotlight at KBVR-TV at Orange Media Network.
Recreational Sports is hosting a table tennis singles tournament August 6th at 11 a.m. in the Dixon lower courts. This is free for students and Rec Sports members and will feature men's and women's tournaments. Register by August 5th at 2 p.m. To register, visit bev.es/imleagues.
Welcome back to sports. We're going to go underway match number 2. So to recap, per se, Anthony won the first series by a score of 3-0, and he won those 3 games by a score of 11-4, 11-1, and 11-0. So very dominating performances nonetheless. And as we mentioned earlier, he's going to just keep doing the same old thing that he's doing. So we'll get underway. We're off. Today we interviewed Anthony before this game, and he said he wants to keep just the same old, like dominating performances. And I agree with that. I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So might as well just keep on getting those cool rallies and those points. And there you go. Score is now 2-0. Now, Anthony did say he wants to try to surprise Ryan a little bit. So keep it all on one side and switch it up a little bit.
Oh, and
that's
Ryan
a point for
scores
Ryan.
A point.
Even heard Anthony say not expecting that.
Now Ryan's switching it up on Anthony a bit here too.
Well, Ryan wants some vengeance for sure after not even scoring more than 5 points in any of the games moving forward. So some vengeance is needed for sure as Anthony gets a point for himself. Yeah, so Ryan's looking for some revenge, per se, and a fresh slate to win the series. As he gets a point there, scores now 3-2. Anthony leading by a point.
Ryan's only down by 1. He's still got plenty of time to make a comeback in this first game.
Make that down by 2 as Anthony scores another point. But yeah, definitely. It's definitely more of a comeback now. I think this is like the closest margin that he's had the entire game. I'll make that 4-3. Ryan's trying to mount a comeback, per se.
Keeping it a close game so far.
Well, to be fair, the first game of the first match was close. And then Anthony blew him out the water from there. So we'll have to see how that goes. Score is now 5-3.
All right, the score is now 5-4. Ryan's getting some redemption here.
Well, wouldn't you after being swept? 3-0. Want some redemption there. That is a point for Anthony. Hit him in the shoe there. What's good to see is that even though like there's some competitiveness to this, they're all smiles. Everyone's here for a good time. That's good to see. So notice how Anthony's holding the paddle with like he's holding the wood of the paddle. As Ryan gets a point there. Scores now 5-6. Ryan is coming back. Like a little nod, like, yeah, I got this. Scores now 6-5. Anthony leading by a point. This is the closest game of the entire series so far. And this is the first game. Score is now 7-5. Still, a comeback is easily mountable from here.
And Ryan's making a personal record.
Ryan has already scored more points than this previous 3 games. So definitely on the right track here. Make that 8-5, Anthony.
Ryan just missed, hit the net there.
I also want to point out, I think it's funny that that the ping pong paddles are red and blue, and Anthony's wearing red and Ryan's wearing blue. I think it's gonna
gotta stay color coordinated.
Good color coordination on their behalf. That's not, I think it's a curve shots.
Oh, and another point for
Another point,
Anthony.
yeah. Even Ryan knows that. I mean, almost there. Score is now 10-5. It's game point. 10-5. Score is 10-5. See if Ryan can mount a comeback, stay alive in this game.
It's redemption time.
It's redemption.
And Anthony wins.
Anthony wins game 1 by a score of 11-5. Anthony, a little pumping right there. that was a really close game, but Anthony comes away with the victory there. Game 2 coming up on KBVR. We'll be right back.
All right, we go live in 5, 4.
Ready, camera 2. And wipe it.
Welcome to KBVR-TV. Come join our team.
And we're back for game 2. We're back for game 2 of the second series.
Of sports. Sorry about that. Anthony won the first game of the second series by a score of 11-5. Another dominant performance, but Ryan did almost mount a comeback, so we'll see how the second game carries out. Ryan serves. Here we go. Yeah, so what's interesting is Ryan was really mounting a comeback. He scored 5 points, which is more points than he scored in the first 3 games in the first series. So I think Anthony should definitely keep his head on a swivel because, as Ryan says it, he's always dialed in.
Yeah, we'll see if he can continue that redemption arc. Oh, and Ryan scores the first point this game.
Ryan scores the first point in the series. I think this is the second lead of the entire tournament. First or second, one of the two. Because he scored first on the second and third games. Oh, tapped it. That is a point for Anthony.
Now we're tied 1-1.
Those are the worst ones where like you do tap it. It's like, oh, like I could have got that one. Over the table, that's a point for Anthony. definitely more like controlled. I think Ryan's definitely more controlled now because in the earlier series, he was more like hitting it back and forth, like whacking it. But now he's kind of more controlled and calm.
And that's another point for Anthony. Now 3-1.
3-1 lead for Anthony. Even these rallies are seeming more controlled as the game goes on. As Anthony gets another point, that is 4-1. The rally going. These rallies are really picking up steam as the game goes on.
Yeah, you can tell they've improved over the time.
He gets out. Ryan favors those corner shots, so he's always going for that. Of course, 5-1. And you would think hypothetically that the corner is where you'd want to aim because if it's down the middle, it's expected. Whereas the corner where it's like it's more unexpected and go anywhere. But you also play a gamble too because the corner shot you either hit the table or you give the opponent a point. So it's a fine line. Ryan gets his second point of the game. Score is now 6-2.
This time Anthony overshot.
One of the few overshots of Anthony here. Ryan's definitely more. Oh, missed it barely. Score is now 7-2. Anthony. So Anthony has definitely halted Ryan's chances of a comeback for sure. Just trying to keep him calm, cool, collected, and honest. Hit the net and it goes not go over. That's a point for Anthony. If it would have went over, it would have been a live ball, and then Anthony would have had to hit the ball or give a point. The rally going on strong. Ryan hit the net again. Scores on 9-2. So most points that's Ryan's given away, it's either he hits the net or it goes over.
And now the score is 10-2. Game point for Anthony.
I gotta say, I think Anthony's gonna walk away with this one again. He did it in the first series, a dominating performance.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you there. I think those 400 matches are in his favor.
Even though he hasn't played in 5 years, I think it's really coming into his favor. Oh, the chip shot. Chip shot score is now 10-3. Ryan's chance for survival is coming strong. Even Anthony's giving some respect there.
Still game point for Anthony, though.
You don't know. A comeback can happen.
See if
you never
Ryan
know.
Can make it back.
Can mount a comeback. No pressure. Oh,
Ryan
Anthony
hits the net again.
Ryan hits the net. That is a point for Anthony's. Score is now 11-3. Anthony wins his second game in convincing fashion. Game 3 of the second series coming back on KBVR-TV. We'll be right back.
Is this thing even on?
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Trainwreck. The show is derailed. The only show where a man blows a train whistle in your ears.
Hi, this is DJ Rock Lobster, and you're listening to Happy Hour.
This is DJ Dolomite, and you're listening to the Subduction Zone.
Tune in to hear more at kbvrfm.orangemedianetwork.com or live on the air at 88.7.
Recreational Sports is hosting a table tennis singles tournament August 6th at 11 a.m. in the Dixon lower courts. This is free for students and rec sport members and will feature men and women's tournaments. Register by August 5th at 2 p.m. To register, visit beavs.com/IamLeagues. And we are back for our third game of the second series of table tennis. For those keeping track, Anthony is up in the series by a score of 2-0. He has won the first game by a score of 11-5, second game by a score of 11-3, and is looking to win the third game to win the second series.
And it's Anthony's serve up first.
Natalie said, "Let's go." He whispered it to himself. So rally going. So I gotta say that there's not been a close game yet. So for example, one last game by a score of 11-3, other games scored by a game 11-5. No close performances yet. But Ryan gets the first point there.
Ryan's in the lead again.
There's a caveat. There's a theme. Ryan scores first every single game, but somehow Anthony comes away with the victory still. And goes over the table. That's a point for Anthony. That's how the last two games started as well. Ryan got the first point, then overshot to give another point to Anthony. And then from there, Anthony just mounted that comeback and walked away with the win. That is another point for Anthony. Another comeback. Ooh.
Anthony overshoots this time.
That was a really good shot by Ryan. That kind of tucked it in the corner.
Tied up 2-2.
Too soft of a tap. That's a point for Anthony. So I keep referencing this because it's interesting, but notice how Anthony, he grabs a paddle, kind of like a handshake per se, and Ryan's holding it more like a ladle, like a soup ladle, like kind of upwards more. Like the angles is different too. He overshots that. Scores out 3-3. 3-all. Interesting performance so far, nonetheless. Ryan overshoots that. Point for Anthony. Scores out 4-3. Another overshot, so 5-4.
We've been neck and neck so far.
No, definitely, yeah. It's been really neck and neck for sure. It's like the level of talent is right there.
Anthony up by only 2 points right now.
Scores out 6-4. Yeah, it seems like Ryan's been catching up and Anthony's more like slowing down. The rally. Ooh. Ball goes over. Another point for Anthony. So these rallies are getting really, really good at picking up speed and precision, but Anthony just focuses in on getting the ball at the right spot at the right time. Notice how Ryan changes grip too. Look at that. So he's holding it. There he goes. That's grip change 1, grip change 2. So he starts off one grip holding it like down to his hip, then he brings it up more to like his chest area. Scores out 9-4. Anthony winning.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know why he likes to change his grip so much.
I know, I'm curious too. I wonder if it's a tactic.
All right, now 10-4. Anthony, game point.
That's
and
game.
Match point. Anthony wins 11-4.
So Anthony has won the second series by a score of 11-5, 11-3, 11-4. All right, so to recap, Anthony has won the second series by a score of 3-0. We'll be right post-game interview coming up. We'll be right back on KBVR.
All right, we go live in 5, 4.
Hi, my name is Keady. I'm a senior here at Oregon State University, and this is my story. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me on another journey through the multi-lens. I'm your host, Keady. Well, when I first came to Orange Media Network, I came with a passionate idea that I had in podcasting, and that was to talk about science, religion, culture, things that were in the headlines, dive deep in a variety podcast show. The opportunities here at Orange Media Network are great. They have state-of-the-art resources. These professional level cameras and microphones and equipment has elevated my podcast to a professional radio quality podcast. And these resources are accessible to anyone who's interested in media. I was able to create an amazing portfolio, and that portfolio helped me land a marketing job in the industry. My name is Kay Solozzi. Come join Orange Media Network so you can tell your story.
Welcome back to Sports. I'm joined by Ryan Harlan. Now, Ryan, I got to ask you. I know because Natalie and I are curious about this. Is there a reason you changed grips so much throughout the game?
No. I mean, I'm just kind of I would say, like, fidgeting with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm kind of being honest, like, even, like, during the game, it's kind of just, just
trying to get a feel for it?
Trying to get a feel for it. And if I can get somebody off their game, that's, hey. If it works, it works.
I think you definitely did get him off the game because you did mount several different comebacks throughout the entire series. What was your thought process going to that? Just like slowly mounting up comebacks, like 1 point, then 2 points, and 3 points. What was that thought process like?
Part of that is just staying calm. I think some of the mistakes kind of early on, and then also when it looked like I had momentum, and then I kind of lost it. Were kind of me just kind of like a little bit of getting a little bit overexcited or getting too much in mind space of like, okay, like I'm almost there, like I can take the lead, but like just kind of, I would say a little bit overthinking it. But other than that, like, just trying to be calm, kind of be collected on that and just trying to relax a little bit.
I was going to ask that too because you said that last time you played was like freshman in the dorms.
Yeah.
But you had your ground there. You're doing pretty impressive there. So I think you kind of answered this already, but you definitely were like mid-rally, like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at this. It's just like kind of going back and forth. Yeah. You did an amazing job. You did really good. Now, I guess next question is, what are we going to take from this series going forward to your next ping pong game?
I gotta. So I was telling Anthony during some of our breaks, like that that my experience, at least like playing like sports that have a racket involved in it, has mainly like been like racquetball and actual tennis. So I tend to have a lot of power on my swings, and I kind of overheard you guys talking about that a little bit, and that's kind of where that kind of comes from. But trying to be a little less power on a lot of things and more sort of finesse, flick of the wrist type of things, probably what I'm going to take away from this, and use power when needed. When needed. That's more of like the general sort of sense.
So what I'm hearing is, hypothetically, if you were in a tennis match with Anthony, you could win.
I wouldn't say that. I'm not that cocky.
I'm just messing you.
I'm not that cocky of a person. So, but like, I'm basically like, if I do the things that I do my job essentially, like I could, maybe squeak out a game.
No, definitely. So. Nonetheless, valiant effort there, Ryan. Good job. On behalf of everybody from KBVR-TV, we appreciate you joining us for sports. And signing off.